Stand Together Springfield took place in East Springfield tonight. The event was hosted by the Have Faith Initiative. It's a collaboration with the Community Partnership of the Ozarks and Springfield Police to celebrate National Faith and Blue Weekend. Now, the goal is to promote safer and stronger communities by engaging law enforcement officers and local residents through the connections of faith-based organizations.
Coming together like this is the beginning of breaking down those barriers that have certainly been erected over the many decades. But it's got to start somewhere. So tonight is a good start.
Absolutely.
And maybe we can start tearing down some of the walls that divide us, and then we stand together. And there's a lot of things you can get done when you stand together.
And this is the second year the event has been held in person. 11 different religious groups from around the Springfield area spoke at the celebration, and many more groups within the interfaith choir led the way in song. Community members could also meet local law enforcement officers. The search for